Today we dive into the world of stocks, and we will learn what they really are. So, you're probably wondering what stocks are all about. Essentially, stocks represent ownership in companies. When you buy a stock, you're essentially buying a tiny piece of that company. This ownership stake can give you a claim on part of the company's assets and profits. For companies, issuing stocks is a way to raise capital to grow their business, fund new projects, or pay off debt. For investors, stocks offer the potential for long-term growth and income through dividends. Some people might think that stocks are only for the wealthy or that they're too complicated for average folks. But that's not necessarily true. While it's true that some investors have a lot of money tied up in stocks, anyone can get started with a small amount of money. You don't need to be a financial expert to invest in stocks, and there are many resources available to help you learn. Another misconception is that stocks are too risky. Of course, like any investment, there are risks involved. But over the long term, stocks have historically provided higher returns than many other investments. And with the right strategy, you can manage those risks and make informed decisions. People also tend to think that investing in stocks is like gambling, that it's all just a game of chance. But while there's always some element of uncertainty, investing in stocks is about making informed decisions based on research and data. You can do your homework, diversify your portfolio, and set clear goals for your investments. So, how do stocks actually work? When a company issues stocks, it's essentially creating a bunch of little pieces of itself that it can sell to investors. These pieces are called shares. When you buy shares, you're hoping that the company will do well and that the value of your shares will increase. You can then sell those shares for a profit. Some companies also pay out dividends, which are portions of their profits that they distribute to shareholders. Investing in stocks can be a great way to grow your wealth over time, and it's more accessible than you might think. You can buy stocks through a brokerage account, and there are many low-cost options available. Plus, with the rise of robo-advisors and online trading platforms, it's easier than ever to get started. One of the key benefits of stocks is their potential for long-term growth. Historically, stocks have provided higher returns than bonds, savings accounts, or other investments. Of course, there are no guarantees, but over the long term, stocks have tended to perform well. For example, if you'd invested $1,000 in Amazon back in 1997, your shares would be worth over $200,000 today. That's a staggering return, and it's a great illustration of the power of long-term investing in stocks. Investing in stocks isn't just for experts or financial wizards. It's a viable option for anyone who wants to grow their wealth over time. The bottom line is that stocks offer a unique combination of potential for growth and income. By understanding how stocks work and taking a thoughtful approach to investing, you can make the most of this powerful investment vehicle. To wrap things up, stocks are a fundamental part of the financial market, offering a way for companies to raise capital and for investors to grow their wealth. They're more accessible than you might think, and with the right approach, they can be a great addition to your investment portfolio. If you've had any experiences with stocks, good or bad, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. And if you're interested in learning more about investing, be sure to check out my next video on investment strategies. Thanks for watching.